Woo! It's getting cold out there, folks. Let's heat things up with some upcoming indie games we are excited for. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode where today we shall look at the indie game releases for the week of November 27th through December 2nd of 2023. As always, we thank you so much for supporting independent content. Be sure to like and subscribe to keep up with all the latest indie game releases and escape the gaming echo chamber over at patreon.com/idreamofindiegames. You'll gain Discord access, early ad-free shows, shout-outs at the end of every video we produce, a new podcast, and even free games depending on your tier. Your community is waiting. Before we get into all those sweet indie game releases, we do want to take a moment to thank this week's indie sponsor, Star Couch Studio. Thank you so much for making this episode possible. Releasing Q1 of 2024, ChronoDojo is a co-op tower defense beat-em-up with an adorable art style. ChronoDojo will put your tower defense and brawling skills to the test as you time travel through a wide variety of different zones. Create massive towers and protect them like your life depends on it. Bash baddies in the face as they come at you in waves and live to tell the tale. ChronoDojo offers a good variety of characters to choose between, including a chef, a nurse, a gardener, and my personal favorite, a custodian. It's not just enemies you'll have to worry about, no, because there are boss encounters for our heroes to contend with as well. However, fear not, as time is on your side. You'll control the flow of time itself, and of course there are tons and tons of unlockables to earn the further you progress. Crazy weapons, equipment, and even pets. Yes, that's right, adorable fur babies. So what are you waiting for? Buddy up and get to the bashing. Oh wait, you're probably waiting for the game to release, that makes sense. But while you're waiting, use our link in the description box below to head over to the ChronoDojo Steam page and wishlist it today. Even better, there is a demo available right now, so you can check the game out before it releases. It doesn't get any better than that, folks. Once again, a massive thank you to Star Couch Studio for supporting independent content and helping to make this show possible, and check out ChronoDojo today. Alright, enough of that, it's on to the indies. First up this week, we have the comical multiplayer title SOS Ops. Doesn't that just roll off the tongue? This multiplayer experience has you and friends working together to solve puzzles and put out fires. I put out fires all the time in real life, so why not in video game form too, right? If you have a burning desire for party games, this one just might fit the bill. Protect your town with goofy physics-based gameplay, but more importantly, you have to save the cats. Always save the cats in every game where the cat needs to be saved, please. This all looks pretty outrageous, and as someone who enjoys party games that utilize wonky physics and controls, I look forward to getting a group of friends together and checking it out for myself. SOS Ops will release on the 27th. Time for some anime babes next. No list is complete without them after all. Noctuary looks rather interesting, almost like a blend of visual novel and action RPG. You have two characters that you'll play as throughout this adventure, Fancy a Dream and Alina Nightsong. The fantasy setting looks rather dreamy, but don't get too relaxed as you'll need to defeat the Dark Ridders, nasty monsters that run wild across the lands. Unleash powerful combos with each of the two characters playing differently and switch between them at free will. There's a huge assortment of missions and side quests spanning tons of gameplay hours. Even better, the game features a friendship system that also plays into your performance in battles. All told, there seems to be a lot going on with Noctuary, but it looks fun and I'm a sucker for anime art, so I'm eagerly anticipating giving this one a go. Let's move right along to Orten Was The Case, which looks, well, different you could say. This is an action-adventure game of sorts that appears to be trippy as all hell. The weird art style has a hand-drawn, almost clay-like effect to it. Time looping seems to be a theme around here lately as you solve a variety of different puzzles. Your goal? Well, it's the same as a ton of other video games. You want to save the world from being annihilated. I do find the art and overall vibe of this game rather fascinating, but if you're on the fence, there is indeed a demo available over on Steam, so you can check that out right now. As your days loop over and over again, you'll slowly unravel more of this mystery, and you'll be able to progress further into the game that way. Gather those clues and rewrite history when Orten Was The Case launches on the 28th. Card-based games are not my usual jam, but no denying that Blitz features a really cool pixel art style on the card designs themselves, and it could be fun if you're into this style of gameplay. Blitz will require a good amount of strategy when it releases into early access, and the developer is upfront that there will be a decent amount of content at launch, but they're going to be adding even more. There'll be more characters, more campaigns, all that kind of thing, but to start out, you'll have 2 characters, over 200 cards, and a roguelite mode to keep you busy for, they're saying, about 30 plus hours. All told, this looks like a nice mix of card-based action and RPG elements, and it also has a demo. More anime babes? What have I done to be so spoiled this week? TEVI is a wacky bullet hell Metroidvania game. How's that for a combination? Use an assortment of combos as you play as the lovely TEVI, who isn't afraid to knock her foes on the head with a giant wrench. She won't have to go it alone, as TEVI also has support characters that can dish out additional damage. You'll need to learn how to dash, dodge, and strike at the right moments if you hope to survive, but thankfully the game features over 300 different items to help you along the way. With tons of characters, a vibrant world to explore, and cute bunnies, TEVI at least should be considered for your wish list. TEVI launches everywhere on the 29th. I was a big Robin Hood fan growing up. Steal from the rich, give to the poor. I still love that motto. Gangs of Sherwood takes you to Nottingham with up to 3 other friends on a quest to lead a rebellion and save the people of England. Players can choose between Robin Hood, Marion, Friar Tuck, and Little John. Take down a wide assortment of enemies together and rob them for your own benefit, using their equipment and goods to stay alive. The combat here looks surprisingly robust, even offering team-up attacks with your partners. Always love that. I honestly think this looks really fun, and I can't wait to get lost in Nottingham for hours on end with a few friends. The SteamWorld franchise is back again, and this time it's all about building. I guess that was obvious from the title, wasn't it? SteamWorld Build has you attempting to revive a dying planet by building it back up. Obviously, you'll need to gather tons of resources in this one, and as folks move into your new lands, you'll need to manage them and keep everyone happy and healthy. You know how it goes. Dig, dig, dig in this Western-inspired release, and also protect your mind from no-good outsiders who want to ruin your day. The game has 5 different maps in total, controller and mouse support, a variety of difficulties, and even a sandbox mode. Certainly something a little bit different for this franchise. We'll see how fans react to it. Another Walking Dead themed game. Can it live up to the old classic Telltale titles? Probably not, but for something with dead in the title, this series never seems to die. Take control of Rick Grimes and battle zombies once again through iconic locations fans of the series know and love. Players will need to make critical choices that will impact the story while utilizing third-person combat skills. There are 13 characters in total, resources to gather, and the usual stuff here, so do your best to stay alive. That reminds me, I don't think I ever watched past season 2 of this show. Gosh, I'm the worst. They've made a lot of video games though. So I was a big fan of the Wipeout series back on my old PSX, and Racing the Gods Beyond Horizons looks like an attempt to scratch that itch. This futuristic racer will feature 27 different tracks, all of which present unexpected twists and turns for you to learn. There is some combat here as well, along with upgrades to help you make it to first place. We'll just have to see if this one earns a golden genie lamp of approval at the finish line as it kicks off December, releasing on the 1st. Alright, last release for this week. Yeah, still a surprising amount of games coming out, for the end of November going into December, which is traditionally kind of the dead zone for indies. But here we go with a very interesting looking title, HoloParade, also releasing on the 1st. This is like an anime fever dream with a whole lot of chaos, minigames, and turn-based battles as well. HoloParade, it's an interesting release as it appears to revolve around VTubers, kicking off the Holo Indie Initiative, which looks to get fans involved in the creation process. This 2D tower defense title will have 65 different characters and place a strong emphasis on music and strategy. You'll level up these characters, there's no gacha purchases, and even some crazy looking minigames for you to partake in. Help me make sense of it when it releases soon, and that's going to do it for this week, folks. As always, we appreciate you supporting independent content, the developers and the publishers, and all that we do here at I Dream of Indie Games. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy this content and you want more of it. Share with your friends, do all those good things, and head on over to patreon.com/idreamofindiegames, where you can gain Discord access, so many more exclusives. We appreciate you greatly. The community is waiting to meet you. Can't wait to do so. Enjoy all the content headed your way throughout the month of December and well beyond as we get excited for 2024. And those awards are coming up soon for 2023, so stay tuned. Keep it locked.